blocked her, then showed up at her door. The rain had started just after sunset. Cold droplets tapped gently against the window of Zara's small apartment. Inside, the room was quiet except for the soft hum of the ceiling fan and the glow of her phone screen lighting up her face. Her eyes were red, not from the rain, from crying. On the screen, one message kept staring back at her. "You cannot send messages to this user." Armin had blocked her, just like that. No explanation, no goodbye. 3 years of love, gone in one silent click. Zara slowly placed the phone on the table, trying to hold back the tears again, but it was useless. Memories were cruel like that. They didn't ask permission before returning. 3 years earlier, she had met Armin at a university library. He had been sitting across from her, struggling with a thick economics book, his eyebrows furrowed in concentration. Zara remembered how he looked up and caught her staring. Instead of getting angry, he smiled. That was the beginning. Their friendship grew slowly, coffee breaks, long walks after class, sharing dreams about the future. Armin was ambitious. He wanted success, stability, respect. Zara admired that about him, but sometimes ambition creates distance. Over time, Armin became busier, more focused, more stressed. Their conversations slowly changed from laughter to arguments. "Why don't you answer my calls?" Zara asked one evening months ago. "I'm working," Armin replied impatiently. "You're always working. I'm doing this for our future." But the more he chased success, the more Zara felt like she was losing him. And tonight, everything finally broke. Earlier that evening, they had argued on the phone. "You don't understand pressure," Armin had said angrily. "And you don't understand love," Zara shot back. The silence after that sentence was dangerous. Then Armin spoke quietly. "Maybe we both need space." Before she could respond, the call ended. 10 minutes later, she realized he had blocked her everywhere. Instagram, WhatsApp, everything. The cruelty of being blocked wasn't just losing contact. It was the feeling of being erased, like you never mattered. Zara wiped her tears and looked out the window again. Rain poured harder now. She whispered softly to herself, "Maybe he never loved me." But deep down, she knew that wasn't true, because love doesn't disappear overnight. Hours passed. The clock showed 11:45 p.m. Zara had almost fallen asleep on the couch when suddenly, knock, knock. Her eyes opened. She frowned. Who would visit at this hour? The knocking came again. Knock, knock, knock. Louder this time. Her heart began beating faster. She slowly stood up and walked toward the door. The hallway light outside cast a faint shadow under the door. Her hand hesitated on the handle. Then she opened it and froze. Standing there, completely soaked in rain, was Armin. Water dripped from his hair and jacket. His breathing was heavy, like he had been running. For a few seconds, neither of them spoke. Zara's voice finally came out in a whisper. "You blocked me." Armin looked down, guilt written across his face. "I know." Her eyes filled with anger instantly. "Then why are you here?" He looked at her, his eyes full of emotion she had never seen before. "Because blocking you didn't stop me from loving you." The words hung in the air between them. Zara felt her chest tighten. "Do you know how much that hurt?" she said quietly. Armin stepped inside slowly, closing the door behind him. "I know," he said, "and I hate myself for it." Zara crossed her arms. "Then why did you do it?" Armin ran his hair through his wet hair, trying to find the right words. "Because I was scared." She frowned. "Scared of what?" "Scared of losing everything." Zara laughed bitterly. "Well, congratulations, you almost did." Armin walked closer, but kept a respectful distance. "I thought pushing you away would make things easier," he admitted. "I thought if I focused only on work, I could build a better future for us." Zara shook her head bitterly. "That's not love, Armin. That's control." The truth in her words hit him hard. "I know," he whispered. Silence filled the room again. The rain outside continued pouring, like the sky itself was part of their argument. Zara looked at him carefully. "You can't just block someone you love like they're nothing." "I didn't think clearly," Armin said. "The moment I did it, I felt empty." He looked straight into her eyes. "Blocking you felt like cutting my own heart." Zara's anger softened slightly, but the pain was still there. "Then why didn't you unblock me?" she asked. Armin smiled faintly. "I tried." She raised an eyebrow. "What do you mean?" "My phone died." Despite everything, Zara almost laughed. "You're unbelievable. I panicked, he continued. I grabbed my keys and drove here. In the rain? Yes. You could have waited till tomorrow. Armin shook his head. No. Why? His voice became serious. Because I realized something tonight. Zara waited. Armin took a deep breath. Success means nothing if the person you love isn't there to share it. Her heart skipped a beat. You said earlier that I don't understand love, he continued softly. You were right. Zara looked down. I was angry. No, he said. You were honest. He stepped closer now. Zara, I've been so busy trying to build a future that I forgot to protect the present. Her eyes met his again. You hurt me, she said quietly. I know. And I don't trust easily anymore. I understand. And blocking me like that, I will never do it again. His voice carried absolute sincerity. For a moment, Zara searched his face for lies, but all she saw was regret and love. Real love. Not perfect love, but honest love. She sighed. You're lucky it's raining, she said. Armin looked confused. Why? Because it hides the tears on your face. He chuckled softly. I deserve worse. Zara finally smiled, a small, reluctant smile. You do. Another moment passed, then Armin spoke again. Can I ask you something? What? Will you unblock me in your heart? Zara raised an eyebrow. That depends. On what? She crossed her arms again, pretending to be serious. How long are you planning to stand there, dripping water on my floor? Armin laughed. Is that a yes? It's a maybe. Maybe is better than blocked. She rolled her eyes. You're impossible. Yet you love me. Zara sighed again, but this time there was warmth in it. Yes, she admitted softly. I do. Relief washed over Armin's face, but Zara quickly added, Don't make me regret it. I won't. You promise? I swear. The rain outside slowly began to fade. Inside the small apartment, the tension that once filled the room disappeared, not because their relationship was perfect, but because they chose to fight for it. Sometimes love isn't about never hurting each other. Sometimes it's about realizing the mistake and showing up at the door anyway. Even if it's raining, even if it's late, even if the other person might not forgive you. Because real love doesn't disappear with a block button. And that night, as Zara handed Armin a towel and finally let him stay, they both understood something important. Love isn't proven by words, it's proven by who shows up when everything falls apart.